Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurhidayah. My metric number 1220839. Today, I would like to present an issue related to the theme of the financial market. My chosen title is the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and Islamic versus conventional of stock market. Here is my infographic of my title presentation today. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on financial market worldwide. As the virus spread rapidly across the globe, it caused widespread panic among investors, leading to significant volatility in stock market. Many stock exchanges experienced their worst performance since the 2008 financial crisis, with such as the S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average experiencing sharp decline in value. According to research done by Nomran 2021, the Islamic stock market index is more competitive than conventional when the pandemic crisis hits. Table 1 shows that the mean value of Islamic and conventional stock market returns than the epidemic hits is negative 0.006 and negative 0.042 respectively. This means that on average of return of both indicators are negative, but the Islamic index is less negative than the conventional index. And then table 2 shows that the average value of Islamic and conventional stock market return is positive 0.051 and positive 0.42, which reflect that on average the return of both index are positive, but the Islamic index show a higher positive than the conventional one. In addition, the minimum and maximum value show that the Islamic stock market index fluctuates between negative 5.360 and positive 6.090%, while the conventional index fluctuates between negative 5.540 and positive 5.600%. In summary, the findings show that the Islamic index significantly outperformed the conventional index over the entry period and during the period of the COVID-19 pandemic. Even then, the report returns were negative. Furthermore, although the Islamic index also outperformed and conventional index throughout the period before the COVID-19 pandemic, this was not statistically significant. Importantly, it found the return of each type of index. Islamic and conventional declined significantly during the pandemic period compared to the return of the pre-pandemic period. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on both Islamic and conventional stock market worldwide. Islamic finance, which operate in accordance with Islamic principles, prohibits interest and encourages ethical investment. Conventional finance, on the other hand, allow interest and does not have the same ethical consideration. The impact of pandemic on Islamic finance has been left in several ways. Firstly, stock market performance. During the pandemic, indicators generally outperformed their conventional counterpart. This is because Islamic finance tends to focus more on real asset and less on speculative investment, which can help reduce risk during time of economic uncertainty. Secondly, which is sukuk market. Sukuk are financial instruments that represent ownership in an asset or a portion of an asset, similar to bonds. The Islamic finance sector relies heavily on sukuk as a means of raising capital, has had a significant impact on the sukuk market, with many issuance being delayed or cancelled due to market volatility and decreased investor demand. Thirdly, which is Islamic Bank. Islamic Bank has also been affected by the pandemic. They are really on deposit and investment from individuals and institutions. Many Islamic banks have seen a decline in deposit and investment due to economic uncertainty caused by the pandemic. In contrast, the conventional stock significant volatility and decrease in the value during the pandemic. This is due to focus such as decreased investor confidence, increased market uncertainty, and the impact of lockdown and other restrictions on economic activity. Overall, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on Islamic finance has been less severe than on severe. Overall, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on Islamic finance has been less severe than on conventional finance, due in part to the more risk-aware nature of Islamic investment and the focus on real assets. However, the pandemic has still had an impact the Islamic finance sector, and it remains to be seen how the sector will recover the economic coming year. That's all from me about the financial market related to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on listening. That's all from me about the financial market related to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on Islamic versus conventional of stock market. Thank you very much for listening.